Welcome to today's daily word of encouragement. I feel the need to encourage some of you today that God will have his way. No matter his plans that seem to be delayed or seem to be that there's obstacles, no matter what the enemy tries to throw in your way, no matter what decisions you make that seem like a mistake that you later regret, God will still have his way. And we know about that because in Paul's journey to Rome, Acts 21, he's arrested. Acts 28, he finally appears before Caesar in Rome. And God's plan, although man's plan was to arrest him and eventually kill him, God's plan was that the gospel of Jesus Christ would be proclaimed even before Caesar. And so you read from Acts 21 through 28. If you haven't studied it, or maybe it's been a while, I encourage you to dig in a chapter a day, or maybe even take longer than that, and look at the parallels of Paul's journey, that there were so many hurdles, but ultimately God will have his way. And Paul experienced going through a storm on the ship. There was a detour. He recommended they go past Crete. You'll read about it. They didn't listen, and they could have avoided the storm. Nevertheless, they ended up on the island of Malta, and he gets bitten by a snake. Should have killed him, but it didn't, because God will have his way. Eventually, they make their way and they land in Rome. And so I want to encourage you today. What storms have you gone through? What shipwrecks? What snake bites? You are still standing today because God will have his way in your life. So be encouraged. If this scares you because you feel like you've been fighting for your way and not God's way, today is the perfect day to lay down your plans and say, God, I submit them to you. I don't know, God, what your plans are, but I surrender to you. And in that process, you will find hope and encouragement again and peace, because there's no friction. You think you're fighting Satan, you think you're fighting people, but sometimes it's because we are fighting God and we don't even know it. And so be encouraged. Submit your plans to the Lord. He will direct and order your steps, and even the detours will not be wasted. Even the delays will not be wasted. God will use all of it for his glory, all of it for his honor, and you will still be a vessel worthy to be used by him. Submit to him. Be encouraged, because God's plans will succeed. And what are his plans? It tells us in one of my favorite scriptures, I know I say this often, but it's Jeremiah 29:11, that God has plans and a hope for your future. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. And so your future is bright. It's bright and it's full of joy if you surrender to his will, even if it's a mystery, even if you don't know what his plans are. Surrender and say, God, I give up. You have your way. And you will see an amazing journey, and God bring you through every obstacle, every delay, every hurdle. God will have his way. Be encouraged and put your trust in a sovereign and all-knowing, all-controlling God whose plans for you are to bless you and not harm you. Be encouraged, and I will see you Sunday morning, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. God bless and have a good weekend.